Happy Food for Thought Friday. I am your host, Pastor KZ, with the All About Favor channel. For those of you who are current subscribers, thank you so much for all of your support. For those of you who are new and watching for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. I am sure one day out of the week that there will be some content that you will enjoy or just thought-provoking, and it may encourage you along the way. Also, at the end of the video, hit the thumbs up button, like the video, share the video, comment down below. Please, those of you who would like to email me, you may do so. walkinfavor61@yahoo.com. Okay, y'all, I told you on yesterday, God is opening up a doorway for me with the glasses and the lens and the frames. And here I am representing another pair of glasses that is possibly going to be on the Pastor KZ eyewear line. What y'all think? I don't know. Some people like them, some people might not. But hey, I'm going to rep them, and I'm going to see which styles I like the best and all of you like the best. And guess what? Those will be the first ones that they roll out on the Pastor KZ eyewear line. And some of them will say Kita's eyewear. So pick them up when you see them. Also, I just want to say all of the earrings that I have worn this week so far have been gifts from subscribers. So y'all like these? I like these. And if you notice, I wear a lot of hoop earrings. I love hoop earrings. So thank you all for whatever you send and bless me with. I will rep it. Thank you again. Now let's get back into it today. Food for Thought Friday. What y'all thought about yesterday's episode? Temptation. The wife, married 40-some years, not happy. She done met somebody else and she's tempted. Today's topic I want to go into, and I'm going to start it off with the question. Have any of you thought about cheating? I'll wait. I'll just wait for two people to be honest. Have you ever thought about cheating? Have you ever been tempted to cheat? Do you struggle with temptation? I know some of you are saying, oh, Pastor KZ, that's just a spirit that has attached itself to this woman. Don't be religious about this. Don't overthink this. Sometimes, y'all, when real issues are going on with people, some people, I'm just going to say this, in Christendom, have a tendency to always say, oh, that's just the devil. The devil is busy. Or put it on. She got that spirit of lust. She just got a lustful spirit. Or it's a spirit of this. Y'all, all the time it's not that. Sometimes the person just tired of the way she's been living. Sometimes a person just get fed up with something. All the time it ain't the devil. Do you know sometimes you just tired? Sounds like this lady is tired. Sometimes, I'm going to say this, and this again is only my opinion. Sometimes as a woman, I'm going to talk about women because I am one. You want a man who can lead. You want a man who is affectionate, a man who notices you, a man who once in a while want to take you on a movie date or a date night. Sometimes a wife just want her husband to notice her. And after so many years in the marriage, sometimes one of the other partners began to take the other person for granted. And then she mentions in the letter yesterday, in the email, that he's so mean now. And I can see him being mean because he's now sick and he's probably unable to, well, obviously he's not able to drive because she mentioned she's his taxi driver now. She has to drive everywhere. So maybe he is also dealing with a transitional change in his life. He went from being able to do things for himself to now he's had a stroke and now he has to depend on her for everything. And perhaps he has become mean and surly and bitter. And maybe he's even angry that happened to him. He's probably thinking, why me? So he's taking out his frustrations on her, and that does not make it right. Let me make sure I clear that up and say this. It's not right to be mean to your wife. It's not right to be mean to your husband because you're dealing with an illness. That's just not right to be mean and sit in that bitterness, because the main person that you're being mean to and mistreating is the person who is your caregiver, who has to take care of you. Now, what happens if she walk out and leave him? Because she's already talking about, now I am catching feelings for this other man, and I really am just tired of him. And I believe that she would have been tired of him even if she had not met the man. Because she did express that she wasn't happy for at least 12 years. And it probably, y'all, she probably wasn't happy longer than that. She just probably, for 12 years ago, just started noticing things. Because remember, she says she's 65. So 10 years, she would have been 55, 54, 53. So she had just hit her 50s, and she probably started looking at life a little bit different. Certain things that used to did not bother her, or things she let slide, is now grating on her nerves. Anybody? Little things. And like sometimes it can be something small and it snowballs. And that is what has happened. Now, also, let me say this. Cheating can be a sign that something within the relationship is missing. That explains it right there, what was going on. Or you are just not feeling that person anymore. Anybody honest? Have you ever been in a relationship, and it doesn't have to be a marriage, it can just be in a relationship, and you're like, I'm just not feeling this anymore. I'm not feeling this person. I feel like I'm wasting my time here. Anybody? Anybody want to be honest? Something is wrong within the relationship, and it's grating on your nerves, and you want out. In some cases, y'all, I'm going to be very honest with this, because like I tell you all the time, I'm a pastor, but I'm a woman first, and I'm a human being, and all the time we make things all about religion too much, and your spiritual walk. You make it about that, and you try to use that and hide behind religion and make all kind of excuses and stuff instead of calling a thing a thing. And sometimes you stay, especially if you're married, if you're in a certain denomination or for your religious reasons, sometimes you stay in a marriage and you don't really want to be there because of your religion. Okay, 2 people shouted me out from the back and say, you just talked about me. You're stepping on my toes, because that would be me, Pastor KZ. Some people, because you're bound by this religion, dogmatism, and antiquated stuff, you stay stuck somewhere. You're miserable, you're frustrated, you're angry, you hate the fact that you are not living the life you want to live, but you living the life because your religion. I don't want my pastor to be upset. I don't want the church to know we separated. I don't want the church to know I'm divorced. Come on, y'all. Again, if it's disrupting your peace, if it's causing you undue stress and anxiety, you better rethink some things. I keep telling you, self-care is the best care. That's going to be on one of the t-shirts, by the way. Now, sometime also, maybe you still have love for the person, but you're not in love with that person. I'll wait for somebody to comment. Anybody? You have feelings for that person of love and, compassion and concern for them, but you're not in love with them. Perhaps you never really had much of a real relationship to begin with. Perhaps you don't have anything in common. Or you don't have as much in common as you thought. Or maybe you outgrew the person. See, the person you were, I'm going to talk about the lady in the email from yesterday. She's 65. She's been married 42 years. The woman she was 42 years prior, When she was in her 20s, she is not that same person. She has evolved. She wants something different now. She's tired of it. And sometimes, you know what? Maybe you're just bored. Anybody? You're just bored with the person. This person, they don't want to go anywhere. They're ill and they can't go in the case of her husband, but it doesn't sound like he was too much of a guy who liked doing romantic things anyway. She just now began to see it and it's bothering her. Could that be you? Anybody in here considered cheating? Anybody watching today, have you ever cheated? Now don't say, well, Pastor KZ, I cheated, but this is the reason why I cheated. I just did it to get back at him or to get back at her because they cheated on me first. Honey, get back still don't change the fact that you was hurt. See, cheating because you're trying to hurt your current partner because of something they did, that never works. Because you know what? You didn't erase the pain you felt. And then I hear some women have written me say, I don't love him, I don't like him or anything. I'm just there for my kids. And because, my religion says stay with your husband. But why are you so angry because you chose to stay? And you know what? You can clearly leave. Yeah, but the Bible says no. You're not happy. You're living a lie. Why are you there for real? I said this a couple of weeks ago. Choices. Remember I did the show on choices? And some of you make choices. Now, I in no way am telling you to walk out of your situation. But what I'm saying is maybe you need to rethink how you're looking at the situation. Because some of you women with children or you men who are there because of your children, maybe you need to start back falling in love again with your partner. Or maybe you need to consider maybe we can start fresh and I can look at this different and have a sit down and have a real honest conversation. What part of the problem is with these relationships and this cheating and this temptation stuff is there is no communication going on in the home. Not no real communication. As I said, I am a pastor and I do pastoral counseling. I've done couples counseling. And a lot of these couples, when they come in to the session, it's clear, wait, y'all live in the same house and you don't even talk. Not of anything of substance. The basic conversation. Good morning, good night. Kids ate. What you want for dinner. No, real sit down conversation where you looking each other in the eye and you're talking. And not only are you talking, but you're listening at what the other person is saying. And you can speak freely without anger and animosity where you can come to a resolution. Where we're at a standstill on this. We're going to be here at least until our children get grown and gone. We're not going to give our children all of that craziness of visitation and all of that. But we got to talk. Anybody? I bet if you had a real open communication line going with your spouse or your partner, you'll begin to see some things a little bit differently. Cheating is not a good thing because in that, first of all, you could cause someone to get hurt, but you can cause yourself to get injured also. And then again, the person you're cheating with, remember last week, I said, if you keep taking the dinner dates, the little gifts that they give you, and then the next thing you know, you at some hotel or another, and now you done developed a soul tie. What happens when the person you're cheating with want to break up? Oh, that's a whole nother show. How do you deal with temptation? I'm asking you all, how do you deal with temptation? And are you emotionally, are your needs being met emotionally, physically, romantically? Another cause for cheating, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off of here because I know y'all looking at me side eye because now somebody's in their feelings. You're upset. You're not upset with Pastor KZ. You're upset because I stepped on your toes and I brought something out that you're thinking about or you're rethinking about. No judgment here. We all are human. We all make mistakes. And we all make choices. But what I'm saying is, are you happy with the choices that you've made? Because see, if you're in a situation and now you're cheating and now you're dealing with all of this temptation and it's leading to other things, perhaps you need to have a serious heart-to-heart conversation. And some of you who out there cheating, it's something maybe missing within yourself. Step back for a little bit. Get recentered before you make a choice or before you make a decision. And again, before you get up and set up a soul tie with somebody. Because you know what? At some point, you ever notice cheating relationships come to an end? All of this temporary gratification you're doing, don't be no fool and fall in love with somebody you're cheating with, and then they don't feel the same way about you. Now you got a whole mess going. Temptation, cheating. I just wanted to scratch the surface today. Anybody ever cheated? Anybody ever been cheated on? Doesn't feel good, does it? Think about it. Think about it before you make a choice that you'll regret later. You know what? Don't let your children be split apart. Have a conversation or govern yourself in a whole different way. And for those of you who have no children or your children are adults, grown, gone, married, have families of their own, what you gonna do? Still gonna be sneaking around? After all, this woman that wrote, I thanked her because she's 65. She made a choice to tell the truth and confess something that's bothering her and that's weighing very heavy on her. It's okay to be honest, y'all. It's okay to say this is no longer working for me. At the age of 65 that she wants something different now. And you know what? That's okay. But I'm not saying cheating is okay. But what I'm saying is what she has expressed, she has valid reasons. Don't make a decision based on your current feelings. But you got to make a decision based upon your spiritual walk, your prayer life, and things that you know. If I do this, there are consequences. Whatever you do, temptations, cheating, that stuff come with consequences. Are you ready to deal with that end of it? Have a wonderful day. I will see you back tomorrow.